Yields back. We'll go next to the gentleman from Illinois, Mr. Foster. You're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Director Kratsios. Yeah, I'm Bill Foster. I'm the sort of the pet PhD physicist and chip designer and AI programmer and you name it, accelerator builder, and we keep one of them around for contingencies. I'd like to speak a little bit about agentic AI communication standards. And because, to the extent that you still follow finance, you can see everyone is anticipating that agentic AI is just going to take over finance and commerce generally, that instead of dealing with people directly, you will deal with their AI agents. And it is crucial that we have standards for the communication, what it means to, data privacy, data retention, data logging, making legally binding contracts, all these sort of things. Right now, frankly, it's a mess in terms of the standards. There are at least 6 different competing standards at different levels of the technology stack for agentic communication. I think there's the Anthropic MCP, Google I think has 2, IBM has 1, the Linux Foundation, W3C are also players. And so this is something where I think NIST really could play a positive role by standing up and convening everyone. They're not going to write them, but this is something where if you want the U.S. to, provide the technology stack, this is way above the chip level, but it's really important. Because if we don't get this right, we're going to have the sort of chaos that we had when we built the internet fast and loose without thinking about privacy and data and so on. So, I'd urge you to get NIST moving on that, and we have legislation to encourage that if that's useful. I imagine you could probably do it internally in the White House. So, do you have any?
No, thank you so much. It's funny you say that because that literally was something that that our team was talking about just recently. If you're open to it, I'd love to follow up with your office and get your thoughts on it. I think it's a very important role that NIST can play.
And crucial to that is digital identity, because the whole world is using NIST-developed standards for digital identity. By the end of I think this year, every EU citizen is going to have the ability to prove they are who they say they are, and not an AI deepfake impersonation by getting out their cell phone, using all of the standards that were developed in, actually in NIST in the Obama administration and have been not implemented in the United States, but the rest of the world's adopted them. Mm-hmm. And so this will be, and that's sort of the first question when my agent starts talking to your agent is who authorized you and who is the legally traceable human behind this? So there's a lot of work that was promised by the Biden administration, never delivered, to get secure digital identity in the hands of American citizens who wish to use one. So that's something where you could get a lot of, I think, bipartisan support. We also were in a situation as a country, we had hundreds of billions of dollars of COVID identity fraud that did not happen in countries where they had deployed a secure digital ID. Where you want your federal benefit, smile at your cell phone, do your biometric login, present your real ID, driver's license, or the European equivalent. And so that's something that will pay for itself many times over. And there's a lot of industry enthusiasm for that. With my other hat on, I'm the lead dem on the banking subcommittee and financial services. And so I know there's a lot of pent-up industry enthusiasm there. Chip security. First off, the H200 is not trivial. Can you just, for the record, can the H200 be used to design nuclear weapons? Can it used to be bioweapons or nerve agents? Can it be used for military logistics? I think if you ask your experts, they will tell you yes. You have access to the best bomb designers in the world, and you can do better with a bigger one, but it is just fine for that. Is it okay with you if the Chinese and North Koreans get access to those chips and start doing exactly what I was talking about? What is your plan after we deliver them to keep them from doing that sort of stuff?
The Chinese already have access to chips that can work on all the issues.
That they have stolen. Yeah, they have some. More is better. North Koreans will be using their stolen crypto to get access, even to data centers in the West. Do you have a plan to prevent bad actors from using things like confidential compute to anonymously access the data centers in the West?
So we have visibility into the end users who apply for the export license.
You're saying that everything you sell into Saudi Arabia or wherever, that you will know the workflow that by every one of those end users when they say it's drug development, but in fact it's bioweapons, that you're going to have march-in capacity to go in and say that's not drug development, you're developing nerve agents?
I think generally, just zooming up a second, I think the types of activities that both of us agree we should not be supporting or endorsing by our competitors or adversaries are ones that other existing chips that they already have access to are being used for and can be used for.
So you're saying it's, all right, I'm out of time, yield back. And let's continue to speak on this.
Gentleman yields back.